this off as incidental gains.
Joy, we've only just begun. Let's end it.
For your abatement!
Looks like I went too far. I will end you.
Motion to compel! Ride this on for side!
Leaving so soon. This isn't good.
Incinerate! Stand with me!
No escape!
Lightning terrified!
Can't run from death. Barry?
Stand with me!
Let's get down to business. To the berry.
Be gone!
Finally,
Incinerate! Our bond is strong. Stand with me!
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Add as. Thank you for
Just like we rehearsed!
I'll fail this.
Boom boom! Motion to compel!
Stand with me.
Boom boom! Breath of the flame! Dissipate! Motion to compel! Wingblade! Right this off the side! Incinerate!
Time for your arraignment. Out of my way. Our bond is strong. Stand with me.
Motion to compel! Boom boom!
Our bond is strong.
Prepare to be blown away!
Stand with me.
are not used. If you ever had... Monuments look a little suspicious.
Our bond is strong.
I just saw it, Drew! Was it drawn out by the electro energy?
Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel!
Phew! Glad that's over. As monsters go, that one was pretty tough. But what's such a huge Thunderhelm Lodge? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going.
Wow, I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. Figured I'd stop by and clear any threat.
Are you alright there, buddy?
I'm fine. It's on my way past. I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so I thought if there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys.
Pepe, don't you think...
Now that you mention it, it could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Urabashi?
A god. Look.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks...
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also...
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorjin.
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori... Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with when Orobashi attacked civilization. Shogun stood up and put a stop. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop the Shogun. Alright, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Being around the Tatarigami too long won't do your health any good. Hey.
Pepe's sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Paimon can hardly believe it. Let's report back to Kokomi.
This weather's got me in the mood for reciting some laws. Let's see.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened?
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full
Kokomi,
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated age. I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting home.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the... Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Most of the officers refuse.
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do that? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with... No! Let's go check...
Hey guys, just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right, yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details of fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my... If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance. Wait a sec. It wasn't... They gave it to me and said that as long as I... It's just like a vision, isn't it? It's illusion. So, what's the difference? Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising. I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have... At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. Didn't think anything. This is a real shame. Guess I didn't receive the... Hey, when our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain.
Tepe. Hey, where are you going? Hey!
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to cease all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few...
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion...
Okay. I'll leave you to deal with the situation. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling... What are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced with... To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize... If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded. It's dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure if we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the southwest of Yashiori Island. I'm not going to stop you. But please, we have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Lord of Geo, please do us a favor and clear this up at your earliest convenience. I submit that we cannot afford for the codices to get damp. Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains. We can do this!
I miscalculated. Take cover.
Let the show begin.
Windblade!
That seemed to work.
Motion to compel!
So quiet.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now, where have we seen that? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conga Commission are...
I miscalculated.
Motion to compel!
Systems shine low.
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We better watch our step or we might get hit.
them impede the work of the Harbingers. You'll never get out of here alive!
Stand with me! Incinerate! Yikes!
You can't run!
Boom boom!
Looks like Now this idiot must have a death wish! Don't be intimidated! Lord Harbinger will be here soon!
Let's dance! Out of my way! Ha! Boom boom! This is Her Majesty's gift!
You need a hurry up!
Windblade! Incinerate! Breath of the flame!
You need a hurry up!
Dissipate!
This was well done! Feel clogged!
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger?
Signora and child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer, number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today. To what do... Oh, I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. You're getting all worked up over nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
How can you say this is not—
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal.
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause. Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for the more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more...
Hey, calm down. No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relative. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like...
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something.
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And
Paimon didn't quite...
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how... Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your action. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusion. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the Balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now. I must say, I would relish the Well, anyway, that's Songonamiya Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again.
A hindrance? Should you really be...
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only... She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet. This is the approach A. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's the grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of... And ultimately, her eternity is... The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to... The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shoguns.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision, not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable.
Has no one else ever been?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Bad one? No, let me try again. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. That child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let
The
me try
criteria
again.
for certificate exams are straightforward enough. What it really comes down to is whether you are willing to put in the time. If you study and practice, then it's really not all that difficult.
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't.
If the Arataki gang stirs up any trouble, I'll drag every last one of them back to apologize.
Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off.
Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out.
Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off.
The criteria for certificate exams are straightforward enough. What it really comes down to is whether you are willing to put in the time. If you study and practice, then it's really not all that difficult.
Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off.
If the Arataki gang stirs up any trouble, I'll drag every last one of them back to apologize.
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Isn't slacking off. Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't slacking off. try again. Surely that child isn't walking enough. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again. Surely that child isn't flocking off. Another bad one? No, let me try again.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly... It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter... The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you...
Just you wait. Our bond is... Looking for a fight?
it's because I'm...
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados?
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in your dreams.
Aw.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't... A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly... You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag...
Aw, Miko. You...
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you... Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for Anti-Raiden Shogun Training Phase 2.
There's a part 2.
Windblade!
Let the show begin.
Go, Barbara, go!
Boom boom! Motion to compel! Boom boom! Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel! Dissipate!
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this?
Wait, what?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue...
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the cap...
It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be... Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today.
All of the sudden, you're entertaining guests?
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, you must understand the situation. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well... Yes, this is the now. We also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the outset.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish human. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributed. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion.
Rebellion?
If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your... Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're...
Affirmative.
It seems that you're forgetting. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Ugh! Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted...
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside!
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one...
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not...
It's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept...
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission.
You're saying the Kujo clan... betrayed...
Yes.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolutely loyal. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every... He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo. She will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
That was so scary! Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujo, but Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all?
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say so.
Not.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do, though?
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on?
Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired.
Is this the professional? She doesn't...
She is a member of...
Wow, a ninja? So, anyway...
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the it would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh... But since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to. Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of this Shiu Matsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here.
The criteria for certificate exams are straight.
Toma! Toma! You there? It's us! We're back!
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for one...
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time. I used to think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports...
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their...
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this. Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot spring.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya. Large firework. The super duper big kind.
extra-large firework? You sure? As it happens, I made this really souped-up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears. Don't worry, it's just a firework.
We'll give it a try. Well, we got our distraction. Now we just need to wait for nightfall.
You! The warrant is for your—
Oh no! There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak it after I get the document. Let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay? Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue. Is this really a... Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Lumia, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way! Quick, run! What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Lumia, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way! Quick, run!
Well, how did it go? Well done. Let's wait.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little... I feel so dizzy. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious. Here you go.
My lady, what are we looking?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui. It seems that Gujiai was right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiai. I trust you will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiai. She is
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with... Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Naro...
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off.
You're quite mistaken. I would never doubt the leaders of my... So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their...
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this? I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan. I don't understand. Not a single word. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line? Or the hardship endured by the people? Do they deserve no mention? Utter disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy of all of the things?
So, the Tenryou Commission... they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun, too.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning...
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryou rebellion is successfully underway. Yep.
Hold on, Traveler. There's something else we need to do.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct? You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you. If you find yourself at your wits', or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you?
Cut it out, Fox Lady! This isn't the time or place to be poking
I'm sorry.
You followed me here? Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime. Do I make myself clear?
Master's orders.
Everything's ready. Let's go!
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Incinerate!
I must withdraw.
Inadmissible evidence!
Try this on for size!
I must withdraw. Brace yourself.
Get with me! Lightning Terrify!
I dare you!
Quiver! They're gaining the upper hand!
Show me what you've got!
Again! Flash! Storm the front!
Windblade!
Don't hold back!
Motion to compel!
Battle formation! Soldiers, quick! Show me what you've got! I dare you!
Time for your arraignment!
I must withdraw. Get them! I'm lost. Train harder.
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you
Master,
Go on, ask him! Don't let him—
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me why.
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters?
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryo—
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right out and admitted it!
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed, and all they requested of me in return was to see that the Vision Hunt decree is upheld. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first time. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time and act like—
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal? The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve? When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees and tremble, paralyzed by fear and trepidation. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and—
Yeah! He doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior. Especially the Muso no Hito—
But Master, ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance of loyalty from— But it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan. I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to that.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing to do? Even though it But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way, who among us is qualified to judge between right and wrong when we have not yet reached the end? But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path, it has long since been defined. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else...
Stubborn and futile. Report to the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan's position is now unshakable, and nothing you can do will change. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat, a harbinger by the name of Signora.
Signora's the one behind all this? Not her again! Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman. We should have known.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya? Well, if she thinks she's leaving...
Sara stormed off! Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenshukaku right now? You can say that. Alright then, let's...
What's going on?
The way people charge in here as they please. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kujo-Sara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun. I know, you can't get me out of your mind. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you fought. Ah, so you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat.
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for? In their tiny, almighty shogun. Do correct me if I... That's ancient history. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just you. For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status.
I challenge you to a duel before the throne.
Proceed.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned. I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must...
Traveler!
Then I will deign to share this a lesson on Harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Our bond is strong.
Detestable.
Motion to compel. Incinerate! Stand with me.
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Inadmissible evidence!
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Motion to compel. Incinerate!
The pale flame smolders.
Motion to compel.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated!
me. Do you feel it?
Stand with me! Prepare to be blown away!
Not every wound will heal.
All must burn!
Windblade!
Who dares?
Our bond is strong!
A witch! Not even ashes will remain! Come, put up a fight! So strong, but how? I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure... The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma... Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you! You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right? Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness. One strike from the Shogun and now Senora's gone! She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up! Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels... unsettled. Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso Hitotachi? It was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat. So, to recap, Yarmiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while? There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
So we meet again. Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me? Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt. Not so. Only everything. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with each. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have. Consider this. No one will lose their life. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations. Are they? Traveler, your existence is unique in my. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the. That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake... So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity,